There are some journeys that are measured in miles, and there are some journeys that are measured in memories. Formed on the 1st of April 1918, the Royal Air Force became the world's first independent air force and has played a vital role in British history for more than a century. It also shaped 12 years of our lives. Over the next 3 days we're riding between 3 RAF stations that played a significant role in my service career, starting at the former RAF Coltishall, where we began married life together in our first posting. We'll pass through RAF Marham and RAF Coningsby before finishing in Lincoln. This route isn't just about covering the miles, it's about revisiting places filled with memories and seeing them from a completely different perspective. We'll be connecting the dots between these familiar places in this traditional bike ventures way, stitching together a route using forgotten railway lines, quiet gravel tracks, historic landscapes and hidden gems that most people simply ride past. It's a ride through the Norfolk and Lincolnshire countryside, but it's also a trip down memory lane, revisiting places that played a huge part in our lives and seeing them now from the saddle of a bike. So join us as we leave Coltishall behind, follow old railways and quiet trails across East Anglia, and retrace the journey through both RAF history and our own. Right, so this is the start of our little homeward journey, our little DIY route we got planned. So this is the former RAF Coltishall, where we spent 4 very, very happy years, didn't we, love?
Yep, we did.
We absolutely loved it here. I was in that little cream building just there on the left. That was where I used to work. And this unit opened 1939, closed in 2006, and at the time when it shut, it was the last surviving operational Battle of Britain airfield, and it really was a special place. Its most famous serviceman, do you know the most famous serviceman that was here, love?
Bardersfield.
Douglas Bader. And this place is now called Bardersfield. Yeah, Douglas Bader served here with the Hurricanes and Spitfires. It had many aircraft over the years, Hurricanes, Lightnings, and finally the superb Jaguar, which is what I served on. So we're going to have a little bit of a mooch round. There is a Jaguar apparently we can go and see. Is there, look, just next to the coffee shop. And this is now like an industrial unit, like not a retail park, an industrial park, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's a heritage centre where we've just been, and you can come and have a look round. So that's what we're going to go and do now when I leave the camera on for you.
So I remember that building at the back there. We had a barbecue at the back of there once, didn't we?
We had a barbecue at the back of there, literally there.
Yeah.
Where it says 37,
Yeah.
we had a barbecue at the back of there, yeah. It was an old family's day, wasn't it? But yeah, that,
well, just for your bay.
that door there was where I was based. That was a Lecky Bay. Wow, mad. I never thought 20 years after I'd left I'd be riding down the taxiway
Yeah.
on us bikes. That's so cool.
It's just amazing how it's just all exactly as it was when we left it.
Yeah.
Apart from it having different use now. There's a van coming down.
Yeah, it's alright. That looks like they're building a wooden aeroplane back there.
Yeah. Where's the Jaguar gone?
Jaguar's just there. Do you want to go and have a quick look at it?
Well, we've seen Jaguar before. It's up to you.
I know, but the viewers might not have. Oh, cool. Here's a mighty Jag, look. 54 Squadron Jaguar it was. Beautiful. XZ384. So if you worked on 54 Squadron, or you know someone that did, you probably worked on this bad boy. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that stonker. Jaguar GR3.
Let's get
Awesome.
a picture. Send a picture. Shall I send it? I might send it to
Yeah.
the boys.
Here's a nice little nugget for you. So that white building there where I work, you can just see a ladder sticking up on top. So the very first Typhoon that the RAF got hold of did a tour of RAF units to showcase what it could do, and it did a little flying display. And I stood on that roof and watched that Typhoon display along with my work colleagues. at the time not realising it was going to be the death knell of RAF Coltishall, because the MOD said we're not putting Typhoon at Coltishall. The Jaguar was an aging aircraft, it was going to go out of service, and the fact that nothing was going to be based here meant this unit went. Sad times. Yeah, so we're going to have another finish riding down the Pan, and yeah, and then we'll head off on our journey. We're going back over towards King's Lynn today, and we'll be picking up RAF Marham later on this afternoon as well.
It's weird because you can, like, I don't know if that's the aircraft from Marham or what, but you can hear jets.
I don't think it's
Unless
that.
I'm just imagining it, because when we lived here, jets flew over all the time, didn't they?
Yeah, I think you're imagining that, love.
I did hear something, definitely. I'm just finding it really surreal that no one's batting an eyelid that we're just cycling around an RAF base.
I know, I've just said it feels weird because I keep expecting someone to shout, "Airman,
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing on a bicycle on the taxiway?
It's very surreal, this.
Stop there!"
Oh, there, look, you have to get a picture of that,
What?
where it says Royal Air Force
I will.
Coltishall.
Don't you worry. Yeah, happy times. It's mega.
That's definitely a jet. I can definitely hear a jet.
Well, it is a jet. There's Norwich Airport not far away, love. There you go, look. There's the old air traffic control tower.
Yeah, let me get a picture.
Should we get a selfie?
Do I need to come closer then?
Well, for a selfie, yeah. Alright, so we're now on the Bure Valley Railway, which goes between Wroxham and Aylsham. It's 9 miles long in each direction, so you get a lovely 18-mile ride in. And it's actually built on the former track bed, or part of it, of the East Norfolk Railway, which used to carry passengers and freight, including coal. So 1877 it was opened, the ENR, and this line ran all the way down into Norwich eventually, and the main line part from Wroxham to Norwich is still there. This particular section closed in 1954 to passengers, 1981 to freight, sorry, 1982 I think to freight, and then the track was lifted in 1984, and then it was repurposed as a miniature railway with a cycle path or pedestrian path alongside in 1990, and that's how it is now. It's a lovely little railway, very picturesque as you can see on camera now. Beautiful.
Whoa, not bloody sand again.
So this line from Aylsham to Wroxham is also part of the lovely Rebellion Way. So if you're going to do the Rebellion Way, you'll hit this on the run down into Norwich. We're doing it on the slightly uphill way, you'll be doing it on the slightly downhill. But either way, very pretty, very nice to see. And on a lovely day like today, where it's warm, that bit of shelter and respite from the sun is very welcome. It's quite a breeze today as well, so we're just out of that for now. But yeah, awesome. Right, let's crack on. So one thing to note with this trail, if you're on a heavily loaded bike, A lot of the access places are up or down steps. There's only really ramps in a couple of places, one at each end, and I think there's maybe one or even two in the middle, and that's your lot. The rest is steps. Come on, Em. Right, so we're now on the Marriott's Way, which is two former railways. So between Aylsham and Norwich, and Aylsham and Reepham, I think. So we're heading towards Reepham. We're going as far as Themmelthorpe today. But yeah, this whole railway was built in 1882. Right, so we've got an old crossing gate here. Yeah, clear. I think, love, we're on this for about 8 to 9 miles.
Are we? Oh, that's good.
I think so. It's a lovely surface, isn't it?
Yep.
First time I've ever done this one.
Where are we coming off it?
Near Thremelpham or something, or Thremelstead. Not far from Reepham.
Not far from where? Ruthven?
Reepham. Hey up.
Hi.
We're on a big old embankment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Looks like it was single track as well. So this starts literally 50 metres from the exit of the Bure Valley Railway car park. Gorgeous. Right, back on the track bed. Oh, look at that, the old station house. And the barbers, still got the platform. It's right cool. Wow, that's lovely. So we're at Reepham there. Alright, so we just stopped for a bite to lunch. One of these lovely benches, look, that they've made out of the old rails, look. Eastern Union Railway. Yeah, they're cool, look. Lisa's just doing a bit of yoga, look, on the trail. But yeah, it's lovely. It's a gorgeous little trail, this. We've been on it for ages, haven't we? I think we're on it for about 9 to 10 miles today. But it's lovely at times. It don't feel like an old railway, does it? And then a bridge appears. But yeah, it's cracking. Loving it so far. We've got about 40 miles left to our destination today, and one airfield to go before that. So let's crack on. There you still got some of the cable carriers on this bridge. Oh, it's slightly uphill, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It appears to be.
Yeah. Lovely though.
Oh, what a beautiful property.
Them swans down there with the young. It's a beautiful river. We're on a bridge that was built in 1903. And look at that gorgeous old mill. How pretty is that? That's Worthing Mill. We're at a place called Worthing, just past Billingford in mid-Norfolk. And it's 29 degrees, but there's a nice breeze today, so it don't feel as bad as it were the other day, does it?
No, still hot.
Well, I don't know what this is. Oh, look at that, old railway. Been on a while. The rails go down through the road and back in that direction round that curve. I don't know what this is. I'll have to have a butcher of this. Nice little thing to stumble across though, isn't it, love?
Yeah.
Whew. Oh, it's getting warm. Check out this game changer. So we just stopped at a shop 20 minutes ago and got these. Look at that. Slushies. So I come up with a genius idea because they were far too cold to drink them and eat them all at once. We're getting brain pain, weren't we? Little brain freeze.
Yeah.
So we put them in there and you can just take little sips while we're riding along. Genius. Right, so we're about 20 miles to his campsite tonight, but we're just going to go through the very beautiful Castle Acre in Norfolk. Let's crack on. So we're now in Castle Acre, and the castle here was founded just after the Norman conquest. There we go. What's that? Can visit it.
Hi.
Hello. Right, so that there is RAF Marham. So the last 5 years of my RAF career there, and I can 100% say that that unit there was the reason I left the RAF, because it was the most miserable, hateful, rubbish place to work I've ever had the misfortune to work. It was awful. So Marham opened in 1916. It was actually part of the Royal Flying Corps originally, and then about 1937 it was rebuilt with the new airfield that's still there now. And it had all sorts here over the years. Mosquitoes, Canberras were here for 52 years. 52 years, that's pretty good, isn't it? And then the Tornado GR Force, which only retired, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, was it? Something like that. And it's now home to the F-35B Lightning. There's not a lot flying at the minute, I can tell you why, because it's 5 p.m. And 5 p.m. is shift change 4:30. They'll not be flying, they'll be getting ready to go up flying in a bit if they're doing any evening flying. But yeah, there it is. The worst camp in the RAF currently and in the past, in my opinion. Right, so that's day one and we're just near King's Lynn now. Another tough day. Hot again, don't look it now, does it? But another hot day, some horrible bridleways again, weren't there? Sandy, tough to ride. I got a puncture at 22 miles, which was a thorn about so big. Repaired that, and then I've had a slow puncture for the last 15 in the exact same tyre. So I've just had to stop every 3 miles and pump it up because I couldn't be bothered changing it again. So that's another job for tonight, but still a bit windy. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We're both a bit fed up now, so the option of a train tomorrow, in the love. Which Lisa says we're not, but if I go on a train, she'll have to get on a train, so we'll see. Right, so it's 57 done today anyway, so we'll see you tomorrow.